Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a empties video. My bin was overflowing, as you could see from the thumbnail. I didn't have that much makeup that I used up this month, but all my hair care, body care, skin care, so much of that for this month, my random stuff. I feel like there's a bunch of new things that I haven't typically shown in empties videos. So if you are familiar with my empties, there are some new products in this one to check out, which is really exciting. And usually when I use something up, it's a love. So these videos are always so fun to watch because you can see what products I'm actually using up. So let's start with the little bit of makeup that I used up. I am filming a products I hit pan on video, and a lot of those are on the very last portion, so I will be adding to my makeup section for my next empties. I can tell that it's going to be a big hit for my finances, for my makeup at least, for the next couple months. That's why I need a Sephora sale. Very, very bad. Makeup. We have 3 things. I used up my Huda Beauty Easy Blur primer, and this one I really enjoyed. I love the glowish, which this kind of was like that, but a little bit thinner. However, I since recently discovered the Milani, so I'm actually not going to be repurchasing this, which is a shock to me because I figured I'd be using this for my pores forever. But I discovered the Milani one that's in that blue packaging, which I absolutely love. I'll link that one below in case you're looking for a good pore smoothing primer. However, it replaced this for me. So this actually isn't a repurchase, which I thought it would be. And then I used up a couple of my Benefit products, and I do still like these. However, I have others that are more affordable from the drugstore that I actually use in place of these products now. So we have the Benefit Mighty Fine Brow Pen, which I really loved this re-release for this product. It has 3 prongs on it. But now I use the L'Oreal one, which has 2 prongs. This is still good though if you are into Benefit. Love the packaging, and I love the color and how light this is. The L'Oreal ones are a little bit more pigmented though, so that can be a hit or miss with some people if you want that pigment. I personally like it and just use a really light hand. And then for a brow pencil, I used up the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in 3.5. which I used my CoverGirl Micro Brow and various others. But I still like this one. I would repurchase in the future. However, I have drugstore ones that I use, which is better for my wallet because I go through brow products, especially pencils, monthly. Let me show you how much sunscreen I've already used up, and it's just the beginning of August. If you've been following me for a year and a bit, I went to Florida in May of last year, and I bought a bunch of vacation products from Ulta. I really loved their sunscreen, their smell, and I used up all of them this year. They still expired in 2026, which was nice. I had the Vacation Super Spritz for the face, and this is an SPF of 50. I liked this when I was using it. However, since I've discovered so many more facial sunscreens that I like more. My favorite now is Naked Sundays. It has the best mist for the face. I like it even more than my ultraviolet one, which I recently got. So Naked Sundays, if you're looking for a facial mist top-up spray, if you wear makeup throughout the day and just want to reapply sunscreen to your face throughout the day without messing up your makeup, this one will mess it up, so I recommend the Naked Sundays. I'll also link that. That's what I'm currently using. And then I also use this for the body. It's the Vacation Classic Lotion. Love the smell of this. It says it's the world's best smelling sunscreen. However, I have another one that I like more that I used up as well. And then I had the Classic Whip in SPF 30, which was just a fun, gimmicky kind of product because it came out like whipped cream. And every time I whipped this out at the beach, people are like, what is going on? Just start throwing whipped cream on myself. Just kind of weird at the beach, but I love this. So people who know about it know it's a sunscreen. It's super light, but a ton comes out at once. You only need to hold down very little for it to come out, and it goes on really nice. That's what I loved about this, was just how whipped the consistency is and thin, so it could spread on the skin really easy, as opposed to a lotion, which you kind of got to work in a little bit more. And then I also really loved my Rio Radiance SPF body oil, but the spray got all messed up because of sand at the beach. They have since fixed their sprays, so I would consider repurchasing the oil in the future because this did have some shimmer in it as well, which was really pretty. My favorite still is the body spray mist, which is SPF 50. I always get compliments on this, and funny enough, I was at the pool and my sister-in-law, I'm like, you smell so good. What's the perfume or sunscreen you're wearing? And she said it was this. Apparently, I just love this fragrance so much because even on other people, it smells different to me, but so good. Everyone always compliments when I wear this. So I'm already on my second bottle for the summer, but look at all the sunscreen that I used up so far this summer. And I will have more in my next empties. Random stuff is super fun, so let's go there actually and share with you the random. The nails I use and swear by are BT Art Box nails. These ones were the ones I was using. I just have some nails in here that don't fit my nails anymore, but they're an oval shape French tip in the short length, which are my absolute favorite. Already repurchased these. I've been wearing white square, which is different for me, for the last little bit of July. These are typically what I'm wearing. I'm just trying to use up some of my other nails that I have, which are also BT Art Box, and you can get these on Amazon. So these are my favorite press-on nails, and the glue that I use that I'll probably never go through, because look how much is in here, is the Beauty Secrets one. So if you're looking for a good glue for your press-on nails, get the Beauty Secrets. I'll link that below. Not done this. Probably won't be done that for a couple years. And the nails you must try if you're into press-ons. Press-ons are the way to go. We used up a Touchland hand sanitizer mist. And does it say what scent this is? I guess I could spray it. How can I not tell what one this is? Why doesn't it say the name either? Aloe You Scented. It was the aloe one. I used that up. It's not my favorite one. My favorite is the mango still, and that's finally on Sephora Canada. So if you didn't know, we finally got the mango scent, and of course I picked that up. Did I show that in a haul? I might not have. That might be in my next haul. Someone texted me when I was at the cottage that it was in stock on Sephora Canada. Instantly went. So thank you to the subscriber who told me that we finally have the mango one. And then I also used this up. I got this at Target when I was in the US, and I want this so bad. We don't have it here. It's the Being Frenchy Lavender Cloud Hair and Body Fragrance Mist. It's also for linen, which is what I used it for. So this is what I'd always put on my pillows, my bed sheets, anything that I could spray this on, my curtains. It doesn't matter. I love this scent. This is what I want my house to smell like all the time, but I'm done it. It's so good though. I normally don't go through linen mist like this that fast, but I fell in love with this scent. So we need Frenchie in Canada. Please come to Canada or Ulta, something. I used up a lot of products that I can't actually repurchase. So there's that. I would like to repurchase it though. This is my favorite body moisturizer of all time now. This is the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Body Butter, and it's in the Golden Hour scent. It is incredible, perfect for summer, the best moisturizer you'll ever use. This keeps me hydrated longer than any other moisturizer I've ever tried. That's why I love it, because I'm so lazy when it comes to moisturizing my body. I can go 2 to 3 days without moisturizing my body, and only having to do this every third day, I say, which is good for me because I hate the process of moisturizing the body, tanning the body, anything to do with the overall body application. I wish I could just walk into a booth and be moisturized. Like, that would be ideal for me. Also, side note, my complexion is complexioning today. The combo I did this in a previous video too. It is my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation mixed with the new Benefit Foundation, which is very matte. Those two combined is my perfect finish, and I'm going to be wearing that for the foreseeable future, in case you're wondering what's been on my face. But back to my random stuff, which I love. I used up a sample of the Wave Scalp and Body Scrub on my body. It was okay. I wouldn't repurchase it. I just saw it and wanted to use it up. I packed it for travel. This was the soap that I used for washing my brushes for years. I can't even count how many years. I still would repurchase, but BK Beauty just came out with a brush solid cleanser. The whole packaging of it is ideal. I shared it in my monthly favorites. It has a scrubby in it. It's in a tin. It literally is perfect. The formula is moisturizing, but deeply cleaning. I love that one. Anyways, but I love this too. If you still want Dr. Bronner's, I'd always get the tea tree option because that's antibacterial, which is really nice. I still have another bar of that I need to use. So I can't officially convert over to the BK Beauty yet because I still have another one that I have to go through because it came in a packet too, but love both of those. I'll link the BK Beauty in case you're curious about that as well, but so good. The packaging is genius. I love it. Every soap should come in that packaging. One of my favorite candles that I get every year now, since I discovered this, is the Woodwick Coastal Sunset. I actually have it in a long version that has 3 different scents in it. I love this because it has that crackling sound to it, which I find really soothing. I love the crackle. That's why I always get the wood wick candles. And for summer, spring, I love Coastal Sunset, and then I'm going to go into Fraser Fir come fall and winter because that's that pine scent, which I love for Christmas time. They're just my candles of choice. Hair care, have a bunch of stuff that I went through. A lot of it is Holy Grail products, so some of these you've probably seen before, but we're gonna go through them because they are the best. For a dry thermal protection spray, the KMS Thermal Shape is what I've been repurchasing. I love the smell of it. It has some hold to it as well, but it protects your hair from heat when you are dry styling. So I love this and already have a backup of that going through it. Then this is the KMS Hairstay Anti-Humidity Seal. This is perfect if you are in humid weather, you have frizz and flyaways that you want to calm down, and it smells incredible as well. So this is great for kind of sealing the hair, especially if you wear straight styles, I feel, which I don't often do anymore. I still use this when I really want my hair to be nice and sleek. I kind of have it in a messy look sort of today, so I wouldn't use it for today, but I love this when I want a more polished style. This was one of the hair masks that I love that's affordable, that's great for hair wash days that I just throw in for the day and then wash my hair at night. It's the L'Oreal Dream Lengths. It's a keratin and castor oil mask, which I do really like. I have others that I kind of like a little bit more now. I got the Dove Bond Strength, which I think is incredible. This is still nice, but the Dove one, I'm kind of on a kick with the Bond Strength line right now. If you saw my July favorites, I love their shampoo. I have the moisturizing mask, which I'm using, but I would repurchase this again. This was on sale. It was super affordable. I got it for like $5 Canadian, which is crazy prices for us because we never can get anything that cheap, it feels like. And then I have the Way Detox Shampoo, which I've gone through before. This is a great clarifying shampoo. I am using my K18, there we go. I'm using the K18 Detox Shampoo. So I do really love the Way one. I have a travel size of this that I'm going through. The Way Detox Shampoo changed the way I cleanse my hair and really helps get out any gunk, oil, all that when you need a good detox of your scalp. So highly recommend this. Love the smell of that. And then for hair repair, I heard so much good stuff about Wella. This is their Ultimate Repair Miracle Hair Rescue Spray Step 3. I purchased this, really enjoyed it, would recommend picking it up if you have damaged, bleached hair like mine. This is really nice for reparative treatment for your hair. It's really easy to use as well because it's just a spray on and nothing too finicky about the instructions either. Just 90 seconds before styling, so you just kind of have to let it sit in, kind of like the K18 mask, but I use this kind of interchangeably with my other reparative products, but I would repurchase that again in the future. I just have other things that I'm using at the moment, trying to use up my products. And I have a trial of my Pureology Hydrate Shampoo, which I love this whole line. I used to use it years ago, rediscovered it, would repurchase full sizes of this. I need hydration, I need bond repair, and I need detoxing. So there's different days that I need to do different things. But I need to incorporate more hydration into my routine, so that's where Pureology comes in. I think that's all for my hair care. I left this aside. I was going to talk about this again, but that's just there for me to refill. Lashes, I kept one in here. You can see I use such tiny half lashes. I get them from Shein, and I just had one in there to show you because anytime I do an Empties, I never have the lash style, but I have no idea what ones these are because they're not labeled. But if you want to know what they kind of look like, if you're looking for the same ones, they look like that. I have some really fantastic products for skincare, and that's the next category we're going into. And some of my favorite products are Korean made. I kind of made the switch over. I still use some ones that aren't Korean made. My routine is probably, I'd say 60% Korean at this point and 40% other, but let's go through all the products that I used up, starting with my favorite Korean skincare. It has changed my skin. I feel like it's just more even, glowy, not as dry. It just is in check with Korean skincare. These are one of my favorite finds. I get them from Stylevana. They're the Benacube Zero Pore Pad, and these are the 2.0. I do have the regular pads as well that aren't the 2.0, and then I also have the mild pads, which I just like trying them all. I think these are still my favorite ones, the 2.0. I don't know the real difference. I think it's the acids they might use. So this has lactic acid, which I feel like is more gentle on the skin maybe. And then this one's AHA and BHA. It depends on kind of your sensitivity, I guess. But I think both are fantastic, but I do lean towards the 2.0. just in case you're curious. And those help keep my texture in check, my pores at bay. Those are my favorite toner pads on the market. Then also this cleansing oil I really like. I've gone through a couple bottles of it. It's the Florasis. I do have another one that I really love more, and I'm going through ones that I don't like as much so that I can repurchase my favorites. But this is still really good. It's nice and thin. There's just others that I like a little bit more than that at this moment, but that's still a favorite. We have the CosRX Advanced 96 Mucin Power Essence. This is snail mucin, which I know can sound disgusting, but this works so well for my skin, especially for hydration and texture. I feel like this works really nicely for as well. I haven't used this in a bit. I already have my backup, and I want to reincorporate this back into my skincare routine because I've been missing this so much. And then my last Korean product is the Dr. Althea 345 Relief Cream. I can rarely get a repurchase of this because it's always out of stock. It's so popular. I love the packaging of it. I love the formulation, how nourishing it is for the skin, how thin but hydrating. It works underneath makeup, good for nighttime. It's just an all-around amazing moisturizer. It should be called the 360 moisturizer because it just works all around, you know? So if you can get your hands on this, I'll link it below. I get mine from Stylevana. It's 100% worth it. I'm waiting to repurchase. This brand is incredible. I'm still using their eye cream. I believe it's called Calisum Professional. It's their multi-action cream. It's powered by PTT6 for skin showing signs of aging. And I love this as my nighttime moisturizer. It was incredible for my skin. Past few months, this is what I've been using for nighttime. And I have loved it for my skin. I think it's pricey. Haven't looked into it because I did get this in PR. I was just trying out some random products and I fell in love with this brand. I highly recommend their eye cream too. If I could use one eye cream for the rest of my life, it's from that brand. It is so good for me. And then this is an eye cream that I used up that I love this whole line too. It's the Lancome Renergy HCF Triple Serum. This is a serum eye cream. It has the 3-barrel chambers, which all mix together when you pump it out, which keeps the formula stable, which I love in their serum as well. I've talked about this whole line before, but I used up the eye cream or eye serum, I guess, and I really like this too. There's others, obviously, that I'm loving a little bit more, but I've always repurchased the serum. I love the facial serum. It has vitamin C, hyaluronic acid. It just has a bunch of really great ingredients. I love how they designed the packaging to have it stable. So that is why I love that whole line. It is pricey, but I've invested in it and it's worth my money. Always repurchase these for years. You would have seen this in Empties. It's the Marcel Waterproof Gentle Makeup Remover Pads. These are saturated with a makeup remover that is gentle on the eyes, but will remove any trace of waterproof mascara, anything hard to remove around the eyes. This will get it off for you. So that's why I always repurchase these, because when I wash my face, I just always go back in around my eyes just to make sure everything's off in that area and I don't have any eye issues. These are what I use just to make sure that all the makeup is off. I know a lot of people love this and it's controversial that I don't. You would think my skin would love this, but I don't know. I just didn't like the formula of this for whatever reason. It's the Glow Recipe Avocado Ceramide Moisture Barrier Cleanser. You would think this would be made for my skin. However, I just didn't feel it cleansing enough for my skin. I just like something maybe not as nourishing as a cleanser. I love oat cleansers. I think those are really good. But this I felt got a little bit thick and I just felt like it added another layer that I just needed something a little bit more foaming, I guess. I've been really into foaming cleansers, so moisturizing cleanser, foaming cleanser, it just kind of depends. But for me with normal to dry skin, you would think I'd like something creamy like that. But I actually prefer things more geared towards oily skin in terms of cleansing my face for whatever reason. I know it's weird, but anyways, that one I just wouldn't repurchase myself. And then I used up the Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm, which I actually used for my brushes. It was really good at getting off the foundation. If you have really caked on foundation, I was using that. But now I have my BK Beauty Cleanser, so I don't have to worry about that. Then we have the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Dream Body Cream, which I love from Glow Recipe. This has AHA in it, I believe, which I was worried about would remove my tan, but I was using this during tanning and I had no issue. So it was really good. I love the smell of it. It's nourishing, but I wouldn't repurchase because I discovered my Josie Maran. But I have used, I think this is my third one of these, so it was something that I was repurchasing, and I still think I have a backup of it. but this will forever be my favorite moisturizer now. We have some cleansing wipes. These Rice Water Bright cleansing facial wipes from the Face Shop are Korean made, beautiful cleansing wipes. And then I typically only use them for swatches now, so I just went ahead to Costco and bought the big pack of Kirkland ones to remove my swatches. So now I use these because they're more affordable. I don't use these on my face, just for swatches. For makeup videos, they're just convenient to have those on hand. That's everything for my empties. It was a really fun empties, I feel, for me. Many holy grails in this video. Things that I love that I've continued to repurchase, and a couple products actually that I'm not gonna repurchase anymore because I've discovered even better things, which is always fun to share with you guys. So I will have those products that I love even more linked down below in case you're curious to try those. But thank you so much for watching, for hanging out, for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for your love and support. I love you guys so much. And if you haven't already, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.